gender quota laws to increase the representation of women in elected office. Speaking on this, gender advocate Ingi Irimaha tells correspondent Constance Mega that there was a good turnout of female voters during the 25th February 2023 presidential elections and National Assembly election. She said there were more younger female electorates than in previous elections.
In Rivers State, we used to have lots of older women participating more at that level. But now we are seeing more younger people participating across board, and then in turn, more younger girls, not just voting, but waiting behind to secure their votes, basically. When I was leaving my house on Saturday, I saw a young girl on her phone talking to somebody saying, "I'm on my way, I have my water, I have my food." She was prepared to stay the whole day. The enthusiasm about the election was really, really high. Young people, especially young girls, in this election, more than we've ever had. It shows that there's a lot of political awareness.
Mrs. Ingi, however, said there was poor voter education before the elections.
But my worry is that there was very little political education. People were, basically aware, but not educated about the processes, the way to conduct themselves so that they get the best out of it. Voter education was low from the INEC side, I think also from civil society. I can blame that on maybe insufficient funding. Voter education is something that the political parties should put inside their programming. It's not just calling a crowd of people and say, "Vote for me." It's just not about how to vote. It's letting them know they cannot be at the polling unit with your party logo and be shouting the candidate's name.
You will recall that in March of 2022, one of the three gender-related constitutional alteration bills the House of Representatives had accepted for consideration was affirmative action for women in political party administration. Another bill seeking for extra seats for women in legislative houses and 20% quota for women for appointment into federal and state cabinet were rejected to rescind this decision. The rejection of the five bills had triggered protest at the entrance of the National Assembly as women groups called the two legislative arms to rescind their decision. The Nigeria Police Force has debunked reports on the arrest of some individuals in Maitama, Abuja, with and some beavers machines by its operatives. The force acted on a tip from residents of the area in Maitama who reported suspicious activities. He said when the area was searched, some electoral materials and beavers machines were discovered in their possession. He, however, said INEC confirmed that the occupants of the house were staff of Emperor Technology and outsourcing engineering service to the INEC, and they were immediately released. Today is International Zero Discrimination Day. It is a day set aside by the United Nations and other international organizations to create awareness among people about their rights to live. The day draws attention to the worsening inequality that currently exists around the world and a call for urgent action to end those differences related to income, gender, age, overall health, profession, religion, among others. This year's theme is Save Lives, Decriminalize.
And now the business news.
In business now, the International Monetary Fund says only 24% of loans disbursed under the Anchors Borrowers Program of the Central Bank of Nigeria have been repaid. This was contained in the IMF Selected Issues paper on Nigeria. It said agricultural credit in the country has not significantly boosted production, even though there is the challenge of targeting the right recipients for the credit. In entertainment, English songwriter Ed Sheeran says he went into depression last year after his wife was diagnosed with a tumor while pregnant with their second child. The star's childhood sweetheart, Cherry Seaborn, who he married in 2019, was told she had a tumor and there was no route to treatment until after the birth. He said the situation changed his life and how he viewed music. In sports, Roma boss Jose Mourinho was sent off in his side's Serie A defeat to Cremonese. It is his third red card of the season. Mourinho said for the first time in his career, a referee spoke to him in an unjustifiable way. He claimed that the fourth official instructed referee Marco Piccini to show a red card without giving a full description of the touchline incident. And finally, from the international scene, 2 trains have collided in northern Greece, killing at least 36 people and injuring dozens of others. A passenger service carrying some 350 people crashed with a freight train on Tuesday night. The first 2 carriages of the passenger train were almost completely destroyed after catching fire. Rescuers have been working through the night at the crash scene near the city of Larissa. The head of a railway union has told local media it is not clear what caused the crash. It is Greece's deadliest in recent years. And that was the news this afternoon. But before we leave, a quick recap of the headlines. President Buhari and others have congratulated Bola Tinubu on his election victory. INEC will present certificate of return to Tinubu Shetima today. APC kicks as PDP Labour Party calls for cancellation of presidential election. The police have debunked claims of arrest over alleged beavers compromise. And on the foreign scene, dozens of people were killed after 2 trains collided in Greece. The news was edited by Martha Okere. Mostly sunny weather in Port Harcourt this afternoon with temperatures of about 33 degrees centigrade. Please be advised. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. Good afternoon.
On your talk station. The conversation never ends.
Let the person walk, we will vote you. You see, the person doesn't have to even tell us to wait for the godfather to take him again.
You carry your file entering where? Who won't give you job?
But I mean, some people have succeeded. Unfortunately.
Let me lie.
No.
It's Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
So your girl, shit. Okay then. Okay, alright. Well, it's all good.
Let's do it.
How to make back this.
How we do.
Okay. Alright. It all began like the other day you came. See how the things you had to release all the pain. The whole face smile got me all crying. God, you came back, my life was all trying. I can't just deny this. Look at how you doing. Oh God, your face make me whole by the new one. God knows how you made me smile, girl. God knows how you made me cry when you lied, girl. So it's so good.